Hello, my drunken Buddhas. This is Ben. Welcome. Today we're going to be talking about how the fear of the feeling is more. Hello, my drunken Buddhas. Welcome. This is Ben. Today I'm going to be talking about how the fear of the feeling is worse than the feeling itself. So when we're triggered, we're feeling intense, painful emotions, maybe even things like depression, anxiety, confusion, not knowing what to do. We've never really been taught how to deal or be with these experiences or what they're trying to do and communicate to us. So we tend to just resist them. We're afraid of them. We push them away. Oftentimes we haven't been allowed to feel them even. And when we were feeling anger, perhaps our parents would get angry at us. So we have very good reasons to be afraid of certain emotions. But you'll find that it's precisely that pushing away of these different experiences is where most of the pain resides. And how if you can learn the skills to start to feel into these feelings, allow them, process them, that there's a huge amount of relief in that. It can be challenging as well, but it almost always feels good at the same time. It feels like energy is moving and being allowed and being expressed, and you can almost feel your nervous system start to discharge the tension of like an intense emotional experience, right? And as I say, even though that can be painful, letting it move is almost a joyous experience at times. If you can, and it's a skill you can develop when you get really good at it. It's beautiful and relieving and joyful and connecting. If I've had experiences of crying with other human beings, and that vulnerability really connects the two of you together. Whereas that resistance requires a lot of tension to maintain. You have to push these experiences down, these emotions, these sensations. You have to freeze or tense or use some coping mechanism like alcohol, Netflix, work, whatever it is. There's a huge amount of energy that goes on with that. And you're simply resisting what is actually the case, which is always painful. And there are very good reasons why we do this in our society. We've never been taught what we're supposed to do with these experiences. And we just assume, okay, there's this painful emotion here. Like, why would I feel it? What possible benefit could there be to feeling sad or angry right now? Like, I don't, or ashamed. Like, I don't get it. Why would I want to go anywhere near that? There's a kind of logic to just pushing these experiences away. But I'd like to suggest here that the feelings are here to be felt. They're here to be listened to and acknowledged. They're trying to communicate something to you. And they won't relax or reintegrate or complete themselves until you've done some of that listening and some of that feeling, and they kind of feel satisfied, right? And if you resist them, they tend to actually persist longer. So the resistance, although it might, keep you away from it for a few seconds, a few minutes, days, I don't know, it'll just stay there much, much longer than if you actually feel it. It comes and goes surprisingly quickly. Like you can cry for a few minutes and the nervous system will relax and you'll be done. That's it. That movement is complete. Whereas if you resist the tears, you can be tense for days as this sadness is just trying to come through and not being allowed. And this is all very, very innocent. I hasten to add, as I was starting to say a moment ago, we've never been given the skills. It's no one's fault in the slightest that this is happening. It happens very, very quickly, like automatically. We just go, no, no. Sometimes even before you even notice it, like anger starts to come up. And before you even know you're angry, just a lid gets put on it and you express and say, oh no, it's no problem. Of course, that's fine. Of course, there's a way of maintaining that social, connection with other people around you. And it all makes sense, but this trapped energy and fear of our feelings is really hindering us in our lives because it disconnects us from so many parts of ourselves that have so much intelligence and so much to communicate. And that trapped energy can cause all sorts of problems, like physical ailments. We need all these coping mechanisms to keep it all locked in. They're the source of our triggers and the distorted ways we see the world, the projections of other people. This is all coming from these feelings we're being unable to feel. So this is just essentially a little reminder that the fear is way, way worse than the feeling itself, and actually it can even be quite a beautiful experience to really allow our feelings, and there's a lot of insights we can have from it. and we feel a lot more open and spacious and free as we start to, allow these emotional cycles to come. Now, there's a lot to be said about how you go about doing this. I've got more information in my nervous system toolkit. You can find that link below, like 115 different exercises and practices. And on my website, I've got other videos, or you can use my website to get in touch with me. And I work with people one-on-one doing, body-based therapies and modalities to help them get in touch with their emotions and start to get some of this stuff moving again. So I hope that was helpful. Take it easy. I'll see you later.